We're at the New York Historical Society and sitting in this beautiful library once again, and I'm speaking to Vivian Gornick. Vivian Gornick, as some of you may know, is a writer, memoir, essayist, and a woman of my generation who has had very much experience with the feminist movement that began in the late 1960s. These are photographs of the Women's March for Equality.
Right, 1970.
1970, August 26, 1970, the 50th anniversary of the ratification of the Women's Suffrage Amendment.
Right.
And I'm struck as we look at them by the variety of signs that women are carrying.
Yeah. Yeah, many of them very sassy, and many of them really crude and insulting and hilarious to us now, or what then too. Now here's one, from Adam's Rib to Women's Lib. Now Adam's Rib, you will remember certainly, was this very sassy movie with Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy.
Right.
And it's all of those things were like Shakespearean in their humor.
Right. They're both lawyers, and they're competing with each other.
And one is defending a woman who shot her husband, and the other one is prosecuting her. Right. And Katharine Hepburn is the woman who is defending the lunatic Judy Holliday, who shoots her husband Tom Ewell. I remember the whole thing, and he is outraged because she is doing something immoral. She is defending a woman they both know actually did the deed.
Right.
And she wants consideration for the motivation of this woman doing the deed. And he says, I don't care what the motive was. She broke the law.
She broke the law, right.
And Katharine Hepburn mounts all these great arguments, and at the end, capitulates completely to him.
Right.
And that's how every one of those movies went. You know, it was like The Taming of the Shrew. Every one of them goes, oh, she's such an independent woman, and at the end she's capitulating to
so from Adam's Rib to Women's Lib is really
right.
But here, speaking of sassy, here's one that I particularly like. This one says, oppressed women, don't cook dinner, starve a rat today. But look at this one, male chauvinist.
Yeah, male chauvinist.
You better start shaking, today's pig is tomorrow's bacon.
All of these signs were actually directed at their intimates, at their husbands, their brothers, their lovers, their fathers. Especially, these were the people who loved them and whom they loved, and that's one of the compromising elements in women's rights movement. As you said, you're always sleeping with the enemy. Now, who's the enemy? It was the people who said, "Sweetheart, if you really loved me, you wouldn't want to do that," and that was the fathers, the husbands, and now suddenly they're in a rage, something they never allowed themselves before.
And that's male consciousness. But look at this one. I'm particularly struck here by the class differences.
Yes.
And perhaps she just dressed up to look like a middle class or upper Edwardian, a lady's lady.
Yeah, my goodness. I don't remember seeing that. But there she was.
There she was saying, women unite.
Yeah.
Right. And marching with other.
That's a sign she could have carried, in the 1920s.
Yes.
For suffrage. In fact, she looks like it. Yeah, the variety of women who marched that day was just astonishing.
The variety of women was astonishing, and here, for example, are the opposite. Now we have women dressed in jeans carrying a sign in Spanish that says equal opportunity for women at work and in education.
Yeah, they were much more sober.
Right. They look much more sober, and they look much more like our image of women's liberation.
Yes, they do.
A woman with an afro. And then
this one carrying a manila envelope.
Carrying in a manila envelope, right.
And
exactly. There's a shopping bag, and the one with the shopping bag is wearing a skirt.
Right, a dress, yes.
And And now,
Oh, it's her.
you know, the signs, right? That is the
Yeah,
same
it
woman.
is her.
It's the
Yeah,
same woman.
yeah.
And behind her is a sign that says free abortion on demand, no forced sterilization, which of course was one of the mantras of that period.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
But, and here the women are mixed.
Yes.
Some wearing jeans, some with a black power fist
Right.
raised high, and some with a shopping bag
Right.
and a skirt looking perfectly respectable.
Right. She was shopping on Fifth Avenue, and she just said, "Oh, I think I'll join them."
Join them.